We can already see the tallest flagpole in Finland. Hello and welcome back. We are going to do another road trip today, but this is a little bit different now. We are expecting a little bit higher consumption in the energy, and the distance is further, so we know already when we are starting that we will not be able to make it with one charge. So this will be interesting. I haven't been even checking out where we can charge, but I trust that in the southern Finland we will have plenty of opportunities to charge actually. So yeah, it will be interesting. And I will also do some other info commercial basically on the car, so let people know some of the qualities of the car. Because like I've already told in Twitter, the difference between our channel compared to other YouTube channels is basically like, firstly, we live in an apartment building with no home charging capability, and there will be none here. Also, I am relatively big, 192 centimeters, about 6 feet, 3.5 inches. And I'm still driving one of the smallest electric cars available, so I will show you how ample the space actually is on the Citigo. So it is really roomy for a small car. People just seem to have trouble believing it. But let's go now. Let's have fun. Okay, first stop, Shell Porvoo. And we have been traveling 57 minutes. And average consumption so far 14 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is actually low because we have been doing mostly between 65 and 75 miles per hour or 85, 105 kilometers and sometimes even over. So the car is really frugal, I have to say. 61 kilometers so far driven. Available range, it's showing 193 kilometers, but like I said, this is brutal for the car because we are only doing highway driving at fast speeds, so it will be decreasing faster than on our previous videos. But this is interesting testing, and we shall see what is the true consumption at these speeds. So we will have our break now, and we will get back to you later. Oh yeah, the aircon has been again on auto, like always. So we are not sacrificing any creature comforts on our trips. And that way everyone gets the like real life consumption also. I think that is really important because we don't want to be like the eco driver that always drives in eco mode or eco plus mode, because that basically that will serve no one, because it will give you unrealistic readings, and we don't want that. We want to drive the car like a normal car, everyday use, and that's it. That's our way of driving. Okay, so one more thing that I forgot to mention is that it's really hot day today. There is not a cloud in sight, and it's not even 10 a.m. yet, and it's already 22.5 degrees outside. So really hot weather today. So the aircon will be working at full. The temperature should be something like 24-25 degrees in the afternoon. So for sure you will be seeing a high consumption today. It will be interesting because I also want to know what is the maximum that the car will take when the weather is like this. So stay tuned. quite a lot of our trip is motorway driving today, so we are doing about 76 miles per hour, 125 kilometers an hour at the moment, according to the speedometer. So this is like the worst possible conditions for electric car because it's so warm outside. Our aircon is full at the moment and it's working. It is in auto, but you can feel from the temperature that it's like really cold. It's trying to keep the cabin very cool, and when you're doing on cruise control something like this, it always takes the most power. The great thing about this car is that even at these speeds, 125, so 76, 77 miles an hour, it's really pretty quiet and it's so stable. There's no sudden movements. It's really nice and smooth to drive even on highways like this one. So you don't have to be controlling the steering wheel all the time. It keeps straight line when you're driving. And really comfortable, and the tire noise is lost in the wind noise at this speed, so you don't even notice that you have the 16-inch tires anymore. It's really nice, really comfortable, easy to drive. Okay, so we are almost at the destination, but we need to make a quick stop for more power. So at the moment we are trying to find the nearest DC fast charger and get a little bit more kick before we continue our journey. We still have 54 kilometers in the GOM, but because we are doing fast motorway driving, we will be in probably Eco Plus restricted mode before we can reach our destination. And for those of you who don't know, the Eco Plus mode will restrict your speed to below 100 kilometers an hour. So we don't want to experience that on the motorway. So that's why we are searching for the fast charger. Okay, so we are now in the beautiful city of Kotka in southern Finland. The weather is wonderful. And in the city center here in the park we found Virta high power charger, which we are now using to fill up our Citigo. It is charging and we are getting some power. I don't know the speed at the moment, but we will check later. But at least it's charging. There's some other cars here also charging, but on slow AC. No one is using the high power charger, so this is nice. We will just walk around here for a while and maybe go have some coffee. Super nice weather here. Our car is charging there. It's actually looks like a brand new charger, Virta Tritium, so really nice. Our car looks so cute here and everyone is watching our car. They have a good gardener here. Everything is so sharp cut. So we are back at our car now, here at the charging station, and We have been here according to the charger 24 minutes now. We are at 61% and we gained 12.8 kilowatt hours. So 24 minutes. That's actually really close to the 40 kilowatt that is the maximum of the car. And that's strange because we were doing so much motorway driving that at that speed the batteries will get hot. So at least so far we have no rapid gating on our car. Okay, after a short quick charge session we are back on our way towards Hamina, and that was actually a quick charge. We used the new Virta Global Tritium charger, and I was actually surprised because this car doesn't have active cooling for the batteries, so it's only cooled down by the air when you're driving, and when you're doing fast motorway driving it should start rapid gating at some point, and even especially on a hot weather like this today. But despite that we still got about 30 kilowatts of charging speed, so that was pretty fast. It's not very cheap, it was actually quite expensive, but we didn't have much choice because we don't want to stay here too long. We have to get to our destination, so on we go. We can already see the tallest flagpole in Finland. It's on the other side of the city, but we can already see it because it's so high. We are now in Hamina, at a local shopping mall, and we have Virta charging station, 22 kilowatt, and it is friendly enough to give us full power. So we are getting 7.4 kilowatts at the moment, so really nice. We will be staying here for a while, getting some scenic photos. Okay, we are back home now. It's so late already that we are not going to put the car on charge, but it's not really necessary. There is 90 kilometers of range still. We charged 3 times today. Not because we needed to, but because we didn't want to use the CCS for filling up the battery. So we just took CCS once today to give it some extra power, and then we used the slow AC again to fill it up. The trip computer. The total traveling time today was 5 hours 36 minutes, so super long day. And it took us a little bit longer to come back than to go to Hamina earlier today. And more important than that are the power consumptions, because we got almost 4 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers less on the return trip because we didn't go on motorway. So that is a lot already. At constant 75 miles an hour, this car will do maximum, I would say, 200 kilometers on the charge, maybe a little bit more, 210, but that's it. So high speeds are not what this car is all about, but up to 100 kilometers an hour or roughly 65 miles an hour, it's still okay. So the power consumption is very good. the efficiency of this drivetrain, it's like the electric motor, it's out of its comfort zone already. If you go way more than 105 kilometers an hour, it doesn't like that anymore. But yeah, overall really nice, and we didn't even have rapid gating at all. If you know the meaning of that, it means that when you drive fast long enough, the batteries get really hot, and after that they don't want to get any energy. We didn't experience that at all today, because the CCS, right after the motorway driving, it gave us 30 something kilowatts. So that was really close to the maximum of the car. I think the max is 40. So no problem whatsoever. And even if the car has, in a sense, a limited range, which is, in my opinion, it doesn't, but someone would say that this has a limited range, the car. But even a longer trip like today, what was the total that we did? Okay, 361 kilometers, not a problem, because we were walking around in 2 cities, we were exploring the sites, and during that time our car was slow charging on AC, so there's no problem. Overall a really nice day. I have plenty of room here in every direction, including the head. So like I said, I'm 192 centimeters, 6 foot 3.5 inches, and I have no problem whatsoever here in the Citigo. And normal people will still be able to fit behind me, so 4 adults in this car, no problem. So that was it today. Please follow us on Twitter. I'm reminding you every time. And see you again on the next video.